Welcome to another 10-minute episode of Everything Sports in the Mon and Evan. I'm your host, Evan Garber. Today, finally got National League West predictions as we are finally 2 days away. It'll be opening day, where I will be releasing my playoff predictions and our predictions on that day. Try to get it out before the games start on Thursday, but man, oh man, it's finally great to have baseball back. Spring training is pretty much done for everybody at this point. I'm getting lots of exhibition games in, and opening day is going to be so much fun. Can't not wait. But get started with the National League West right now in fifth place. Of course, we got the Colorado Rockies. The key additions being Daniel Hudson and Cal Quantrill. Key subtractions being Chris Flexen and Austin Wins, I guess. This team's clearly the worst team in this division. The only team trying to compete in this division. The pitching is absolutely horrendous. Herman Marquez is out until spring, is also a break around there. So, without him, that pitching staff is absolutely terrible. Justin Lawrence is really the only trustworthy guy out of the bullpen. So, we could definitely see the Rockies give up the most runs we've ever seen. The division's strong. The playing Coors Field and the Coors pitching staff is absolutely horrendous. So, not going to be a good season for the Colorado Rockies. In the lineup, you have some good young guys, I guess, Nolan Jones and Ezekiel Tovar. Of course, Tovar just got extended for, I believe, 7 years or whatever it was the other day. So, got some good young guys there. And Charlie Blackmon, he's getting older, not going to be as good. And Chris Bryant, I do expect to bounce back, but this team is clearly the worst in this division. And then in fourth place, it's definitely so tough to sign the 2 through 4 in this division, but I'm going to go San Diego Padres. Key additions being Yuki Matsui, Woo-Suk Go, Michael King, and Dylan Cease. Key subtractions being Blake Snell, Juan Soto, Josh Hader, Seth Lugo, Michael Waka. This team easily has potential to be second in this division and easily can get the top wildcard spot. But it's just so hard to predict this team being that much better, considering you definitely got worse. You lose Juan Soto, Blake Snell, Josh Hader, 3 big guys. And you also lose your manager, Bob Melvin. And also, the division just got even tougher with the Diamondbacks and the Giants getting so much better. And of course, the Dodgers being insane. The rotation is strong. You got Darvish, Joe Musgrove, Dylan Cease at the top. And then Michael King, Johnny Brito, and Glenn Otto are a decent back-end rotation. But I don't know. I'm not a huge Dylan Cease fan. I believe he's been overrated. I believe they definitely overpaid for him in that trade. But you got some good guys in the rotation, but definitely some question marks in the 3 through 5, which I'm not a huge fan of. And then the bullpen is where things get a little bit shaky. Of course, you do lose Josh Hader, and now you got to rely a lot on rookie Yuki Matsui. He's an 8th inning guy for now, but not a huge fan of that bullpen for sure. And of course, the lineup was very good. Xander Bogaerts, Fernando Tatis, Manny Machado, Jackson Merrill, Drake Cronenworth. You got a lot of guys on this team that are very, very good in the lineup, but it's just hard to see this team being that much better than they were last year. You'll get a full season Tatis now, but I don't know. I just don't see them being not fourth place, considering that they were fourth place last year. They were third place last year, or whatever it was. I don't remember what they were last year, but considering that they weren't that great last year, and probably got worse than you were last season, the division is so much tougher. Diamondbacks, I got them in third place. You can call me biased all you want, but whatever. I'm going to go with it. Key additions being Eduardo Rodriguez, Josh Peterson, Eugenio Suarez, and Randall Grichuk. Key subtractions being Evan Longoria, Tommy Pham, and Mark Melancon. Now, this team undoubtedly got better after making a World Series run, which is why I'm kind of iffy about this. I don't know if they're a third place team or not. And rotation is obviously very good. You got Zach Gallen, Merrill Kelly, Erod as a strong 3, but if you look at the Baseball Savant pages, they raise some red flags. Like Zach Gallen and Merrill Kelly, they don't look like guys like we all know them to be. And Erod, he had a good season last year, but you can definitely see why he kind of fell off toward the end of the season after the All-Star break. And the bullpen, it's a pretty strong, although I'm a big advocate that Joe Mantiply is not that good. I literally call him Joe Multiply because it seems like he gives the runs every single time the Giants play him. But when you look at the lineup, this team is very, very good, of course. Defensively, they're pretty nasty. And then you add Josh Peterson in the lineup, and I really like that addition because you have ahead of him Corbin Carroll, Ketel Marte, Lourdes Gurriel, and Christian Walker, all guys who can get on base pretty well. And you put Josh Peterson in there, who is going to be much better in a hitter-friendly ballpark out in Chase Field. And the only real issue I have is that maybe he ruins the clubhouse like he did with the Giants last year, but I doubt that'll happen. I believe Josh Peterson's going to have a much better season this year. He's going to play some winning baseball. So this team is pretty scary, but I don't know. I just like the Giants a lot even more. I mean, yeah, you can call me biased all you want, but this Giants team is just very, very, very good in my eyes. Of course, it being in second place, because Dodgers are just the Dodgers, but Jung-Hoo Lee, Jordan Hicks, Robbie Ray, Jorge Soler, and Blake Snell, the key additions. I mean, that's an absolutely insane offseason. Second best offseason in all baseball, behind, of course, the Dodgers. I mean, you can even argue that they better offseason than the Dodgers, just because they got more guys and they improved their team much, much more, I believe, than the Dodgers did. But Dodgers did get the top two guys, of course. Key subtractions for the Giants: Big Mitch Haniger, Alex Wood, Ross Stripling, Anthony DeSclafani, and Brandon Crawford. Now, again, you can literally call me biased all you want. I don't care. The Giants are a second-place team, and you can't tell me otherwise. I mean, this team just got so much better in so many different facets. I mean, they got a new manager, which brings a whole complete culture shift, which is exactly what this team needed. I mean, people forget that this team was a wildcard team, wildcard lock pretty much for a long, long, long time. They were in that wildcard spot for a very long time last season, but then things completely just went south. Large part due to a lot of locker room issues, and I mean, you can put a lot of the game on Gabe Kapler not being able to control the locker room and partially not making this team focus and kind of led to their downfall last season. But now you had Bob Melvin, who, of course, we know is a very, very good manager, very respectable manager across the whole league. I mean, yeah, you can say, oh, he didn't do well last year with the Padres, but I think you had a lot of issues going on with them in the front office. I mean, now you have Bob Melvin in a very comfortable situation. Of course, he was with Farhan Zaidi as Oakland A, and then now he's back in the Bay Area with some guys that he likes. Matt Chapman and Blake Snell, both of these two guys he's comfortable with. So, gonna see a great, great team, I think, because it's a complete culture shift with the addition of a lot of these guys. And when healthy, the pitching staff is absolutely disgusting. You have the top two NL Cy Young vote getters last year. You have the 2021 AL Cy Young winner, 2023 All-Star, and the top left-handed pitching prospect in all baseball. And oh yeah, in the bullpen, or even a sixth starter, whoever you want to be, you have Jordan Hicks, who looks very, very good. He looked great yesterday against the A's. He can either be a starter or he can be a late inning guy. And then you also have Keaton Wynn, Tristan Beck, Ryan Walker, who were all pretty good in long relief last year. I mean, those guys aren't guys that most people know, but if you watch Giants games, you know those guys were pretty solid in long relief. And the bullpen, Camilo Duvall and the Rogers Twins is absolutely great late inning mix, but the rest is definitely a little bit shaky. But if you do throw Jordan Hicks in that bullpen, get Camilo Duvall, Jordan Hicks as the 8-9, and then you got Rogers Twins as 6-7, or just combination of any of those guys in late innings, that is pretty nasty in my opinion. But this team also just got even better defensively, which is a big issue that they had last season. Of course, seeing Matt Chapman and Jung-Hoo Lee both can be Gold Glove players. Of course, we've seen Matt Chapman get so many Gold Gloves before. And Jung-Hoo Lee won the Gold Glove equivalent back in Korea, sorry. So we'll see what he can do in the major leagues. But this should make Logan Webb even better than he was, because Logan Webb's a ground ball guy, as most of us know. And the Giants' defense was not great last year, but now you add Chapman to the left side of the defense, and things are looking much better for Logan Webb. And the lineup is even much more improved now because, of course, you got a true leadoff guy in Jung-Hoo Lee who's going to add some speed, going to add some good defense, going to add some much-needed on-base guy. And then, of course, you add power with Jorge Soler and Matt Chapman. And even this bench is still pretty strong as well. You got Wilmer Flores, who's going to platoon with Lamont Wade Jr. Wilmer Flores was the Giants' best hitter last year. I mean, not saying a whole lot, but he still hit 20 whatever home runs he hit. You got one of the best backup catchers in Tom Murphy. And you got guys like Luis Matos and Marco Luciano who are waiting in the wings, who may not even make the opening day roster at this point. I mean, you got some good young talent in the minors that's ready to come up. So I love this team's depth, and I think that when you have all these guys, you can definitely trust this team in the long run, in the long 162 games, because yeah, you're gonna have some injuries here and there, but to have guys who can step up, back these guys up. I mean, yes, a lot of them are young guys. You may have to rely a little bit too much on the young guys, but I really, really like this team. Bias aside, and then of course, in first place, you got the Los Angeles Dodgers. Key additions being Shohei Ohtani, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Tyler Glasnow, James Paxton. Key subtractions being J.D. Martinez, Julio Urias, Shelby Miller, Joe Kelly, Lance Lynn. I mean, we all know this team's absolutely disgusting. However, I wouldn't be surprised if things do go wrong now. Pitching staff is full of guys with a lot of injury history, not good injury history, and of course you do have Tyler Glasnow as the main guy in that, but yeah, Walker Buehler, Tony Gonsolin, Clayton Kershaw, Dustin May, all dealing with injuries of some sort already this season, beginning of the season. Clayton Kershaw going to be out for a while. Buehler, Gonsolin, May should be back somewhat soon, but it's just crazy that despite those injuries, Dodgers still find a way to be insane. And pitching staff is still pretty good without them. Of course, Glasnow, Yamamoto at top of the rotation, but even the back end guys are really solid. But we did see Yoshinobu Yamamoto struggle in his first outing against the Padres, giving up, I believe, 5 runs in the first inning. I think it was, but we'll see if he'll be reliable this season. And I don't know, when you have all those question marks on this rotation, it raises some concern for sure. But I mean, Dodgers always find a way to win no matter what. They always find a way to win no matter who's out there. And of course, the lineup is absolutely disgusting. 3 of the top MVP candidates in Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, and Freddie Freeman. Of course, everyone else around the lineup is absolutely insane as well. I mean, we always find that one guy happens to play really well. Like Trey Thompson, he bouncing around some teams, but then the Dodgers picked him up. Ended up being pretty solid for him, solid for them. And of course, you have James Outman, who's a rookie last year, who exploded onto the scene. I mean, this team's absolutely disgusting, but I fully expect this team to win 100 games for sure, but it's definitely just some question marks that I could see things go very wrong if they do get injured a lot. And if Yamamoto does continue to struggle. But, I mean, this team's always going to find a way to win no matter what. So, somehow this team, even if everything does go wrong, they'll somehow still win 100 games because it's the Dodgers, and they always find a way to win no matter what. It's really unfortunate, but make sure to tune in on Thursday, opening day, where we'll be giving my awards and World Series predictions.